2,000 people in the audience, people all over the place. It was just phenomenal. I never did that before. The only time I saw 2,000 people is when I got arrested. And there was 2,000 agents, I think. So it was a little different, but I enjoyed it. We talked a little bit, and it was great. Hey guys, a lot of things we're going to talk about today. We went down to the Patrick thing, waiting for the election, and all kinds of different things. So I've been asked a lot of questions, and I'm going to get into it in this interview. And something similar that I did when I went down to the Trump rally. This was the same thing, but it was where they were looking at the count, and we were following it with Patrick, and I was on the stage. I mean, it was really a bomb. We have a lot of merch, Flash 20 for your discounts. We have all kinds of stuff before it runs out. Get a cup of coffee, light up your cigar, pull up your chair, and we're going to get into this conversation. We took a plane, about 4.5 hours. I mean, I hate flying. I'm not afraid of it, but I hate it. It's boring. Going to Florida to watch the election results with Patrick, with David. We're just going to have a good time and hope that Trump wins so that our country can get back on its feet. This thing is going. So that's about it, kiddo. We're going to have a great time.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be closing the main boarding door shortly, so please still all carrying items, take your seat and buckle up.
Watch this.
Larger items.
Wait a minute, I'm talking now.
In front of you.
And yes, together, we will make America great again.
You're locked into that chair, but we got down there. We had Starbucks, caramel macchiato, and Anna and Gabriel and my son, and so we were all down there. We did this thing. I get my own coffee at Starbucks right in the hotel. I mean, you don't even have to go outside. It's great. And then I get a bag of chips.
Breakfast
Look at
and
the
chips.
Breakfast chip. This isn't bad. Only $28 for a bag of chips. Not too bad. When I first arrived, the energy was through the roof. I mean, everybody was there. They knew what they were there for. They were going to watch the election results. And the energy was through the roof. I mean, people coming over to me left and right.
Salvatore, how are you? Rick Sanchez, good to see you. Guys do the news down here. Did the news on CNN and all that. Yeah, you look great, man. Yeah.
They knew who I was, who wanted to take selfies and this and that. And the energy was tremendous. Everybody was all smiles, rooting for Trump to get in. All kinds of people were there, famous people, regular people. What blew me away is the regular people, working people were there, and with such smiles and such enthusiasm. It was great. It was just a great feeling.
What's up, brother? It's like sharp. Good to see you. Looking back and forth to that, but more importantly, we'll be looking away. Going up to the last one, castrating little boys, they are evil excuse. They'll do anything to win. Anything. That's not how it works. That's a fact. They were 100 years they were doing all types of mercy, intimidation, murder. This one ain't gonna have to give up.
By the way, this is very important. Do you mind if I tell them your brother, your family? Are you okay if I?
Oh no, we'd love to.
Let me tell you guys. Vince's brother is a Fortune 50 CEO. Is it fair? His brother is the CEO of Lowe's for the last 6 years. You guys have heard of Lowe's? His brother is the CEO.
Anna got a text to get me ready, and I had no clue what she was talking about. Get ready for what? What's going to go on? And she said that you and Michael Franchise are going up on the stage. Up on the stage. I thought I was doing an interview with Michael Franchise, but I got up on the stage with 4 or 5 people, including Patrick.
All right, make some noise for Sammy the Gravano and Michael Franchise. Come on. What a stage this tonight. Well, this is what America wants. Not a bunch of people that went to Columbia University and Yale. They're going to locate to the average people thinking like a dog. If we get more people out.
Folks, if you're worried, don't worry. This place is safe.
We frisked Sammy 7 times. He's okay. Good seeing you. How you been? Please grab a seat. Grab a seat right here next to Dave. Michael, Sammy.
You brought us back again, Patrick.
How you guys been? You guys are back at it again on the same stage.
I've been great. Really great.
It's great to see you guys. I got a question for you. My question is the following. Let's just say, Sammy, today, you're the underboss of the Gambino family in 2024. Michael, you are with the Colombo family, one of the highest earners, making $10 million a week, the $8 to $10 million a month, whatever kind of money you were making, you were doing very well. If today the Democratic Party hired a guy named George, let's call his last name Soros, and he came up to you and he said, Sammy, Michael, I'm going to give you guys $20 million to help us win the election in the following states. I don't care how you do it. Don't tell me how you do it. I need these 3 states. How would you do it? Folks, it's a hypothetical question. Don't overreact. He's just giving a hypothetical. Yes. Sammy, how would you go about it? Again, be a devil's advocate. $10 million, you got to help him win the election. How would you do it?
I would have told him, okay, give me part of it up front, and then I'll betray the country. And he would be dead. So, you know, and I look at this election and what's going on, and talk about gangsters and stuff like that. We were totally different than everybody else. I think Michael could verify this. We know crime. We've done crime. So when I see Kamala Harris and the Democratic Party, I know exactly what they do and what they're doing. We've done it on a very small scale. It never hurt the whole country. These people are so greedy that they look at us, no matter whether you're black, Hispanic, white, man, woman, no matter what your religion is, we're all dirt to them. The white liberal elites want to run the country, control it, take all of the money, and they want us completely helpless. And the more we argue and fight amongst each other, the easier it is for them to take everything. So I could go on and on and on, but I think Patrick will never invite me back. He can't do nothing about it now. He can't make me, I got guys in the audience. He can't get me off, but I'm going to back up.
Can you guys believe how much inflation has destroyed the dollar? You used to be able to murder your wife for $25,000. You can't even get a meeting with a killer for $25,000 today.
That's a discounted price. But Patrick,
that's a discounted price. Sammy, I got a question for you. A story came out with you that you tried to bribe Trump, but he wouldn't budge.
That's right.
And this story came out in New York Post, I believe, just a couple days ago. You talked about this a little bit earlier as well. You and I have spoken about this before. What happened when you tried to bribe Trump?
And I could have helped him with the unions, in business, all kinds of ways. He wouldn't do it. He just wouldn't do it. And it would have benefited him a lot. So finally, I gave up. And my guys told me, Sammy, let's go up his office. I said, no. Everybody around him is an ex-FBI agent. We'll go up there. We'll threaten him. We'll be in jail before we could finish talking. And I'll tell you one more quick story. I was saying basically after I went to Arizona in my son's restaurant, Steve Wynn sent down 2 FBI agents to talk to me. And they wanted me to tell them that I did things with Donald Trump. And I said, I never did anything illegitimate with him. They wanted him to lose his license in the casinos that he had. And he said, Steve Wynn will be very, very happy if you have something to say about him. So I told the agents, you want me to lie? And they said, come on, Sammy, we can't tell you to lie. Okay, then what is Steve Wynn going to give me? If he loses his license, this is very big for Steve Wynn. So do I get a huge job, a piece of his casino? What does he want to give me? And they said, Sammy, we can't get into all of that. Then I said, good, get the fuck out. Trump is a legitimate guy, period. And I'm not doing nothing. You can't bribe me. You can't do anything.
Wait, did you just say Steve Wynn's people try to bribe you to say bad things about Trump and he said, no, you have nothing to tell him?
Yeah, absolutely, yes.
Is that story public?
I think you're breaking news now.
I think we're breaking news. Wherever Steve Wynn is, there's a famous line I was about to say, but I'll skip it because my kids are here.
The numbers were coming in good. Patrick did a terrific job. He was number one. All the news companies, everybody in the country that was following it, Patrick was number one. He did a tremendous job. He beat out the entire news media. People are tired of being lied to by the media. And the media is becoming people like Patrick McDavid, Joe Rogan. They hear the truth. It's a little more rough than the news, but the news constantly is getting caught in lies. I think it's the destruction of the news media industry. They're losing money everywhere. It's where we're going to look for news is people like that. Patrick McDavid, Joe Rogan, people like that's where we're going to look for the news. That's where I look for the news now. I never caught them in a lie, not one lie. When I first got out in 2017, I got out of prison. Patrick McDavid reached out to me and wanted to do an interview. I was a little hesitant about doing it, but finally I did it. I did the interview. It was well over an hour, maybe an hour and a half long, maybe even longer. And one thing God's going to do with me, I always said this, when I get up there, if I get up there, he's going to say one thing about you, Sammy, you're not a fucking phony or a liar. You tell it like you feel it. You did what you did, and whatever's going to be is going to be. But to start lying and crying, how are they going to face God? I think as of today, it's 22 million people watched it. He's got 22 million views. And he has interviewed anybody who's anybody in news, in Hollywood, everywhere. So to be in the top 5 or the top 10, whatever it is, of all the interviews he's ever done, which is about 500 of them, I feel good about that. The question is that, would he ever pull me up for something in the future? The next day, he took me and Anna and Gabriel to dinner, and we talked. He called me on the side, and he's made me an offer to come in with him. So it's something for me to think about, but he did make me an offer. No, he didn't make me. I'll make him an offer. He can't refuse. I'm the guy with the gun, not him. So anyway,
I want you to just choose a card, Sammy. Have a look at it, make sure you're happy with it. Okay, say stop. Helps if there's cards. You there? Yeah, I didn't. It was just a matter of getting it in there.
No, they
Might work, might not, you never know. We'll try. Did you see the card?
I did not.
You did not. So.
I got it on tape now.
I hope if you did. Nothing like performing for people that you didn't. Was your card the Ace of Diamonds?
no.
Alright. I want you to put your hand on that card. Keep it there, don't let me see it. It wasn't the Ace of Diamonds, but your hand's on the Ace, correct?
Yeah.
So what card was that one?
It's weird on this. But what he did with cards blew me away. I've never seen anything like it in my life. Let me see your ring. They went like that. There was a card stuck in the person's ring. When he opened it up, it was the card. I never saw anything like that in my life. So it was fun. We didn't leave there, I think, until 1 o'clock in the morning. And it was almost official that he won. There were some speakers there. There was a friend of mine, Brian Callum, a comedian. He was up on the stage for a while we were there. It was just tremendous, it really was. They were trying to make an arrangement where I was going to sit down with Candace Owens. I wanted to sit down with her. I think she's great. She's very smart. She tells the truth all the time. So I waited and waited. I couldn't get her. She was on the stage for quite a long time, but she was at the event. I think she could be a president. but I think she would start. I mean, I think she would be a great pick for somebody to be vice president. I love this guy, J.D. Vance. I love him. I think he's great. In 228, hopefully he runs for presidency, and I wish he picked somebody like Candace Owens. And that would be a great team as well. Hundreds of people were making predictions and stuff like that. So everybody who predicted that Kamala would give birth on the stage, it didn't happen. She didn't win. And people who predicted Trump, they won. So there was predictions all over the place, left, right, and every which way you can think of. He's going to come back in and make it better than it ever was. That's what he wants to do. And I think this time around he has the power to do that. I actually felt a relief when I knew Trump won. The country needs Trump. This time around, you know, he went in the first time, he picked people, not that he's smart, but it was all brand new to him, and he did a great job for 4 years.